Top 10 Best Action Movies of All Time, according to IMDb 2023. Including award-winning classics like The Matrix and influential masterpieces like Seven Samurai. Classic action movies like Bullet Train and Top Gun: Maverick were released earlier this year, adding to an already impressive collection of well-loved films from the established genre. Fans looking for similar thrilling viewing experiences will be pleased to know that IMDb users' votes have made it possible to find the best action movies of all time. Platform are often award-winning and genre-defining masterpieces. It's worth noting that there are, rightly, several entries from the Star Wars and Lord of the Rings franchises on the IMDb list, and for the sake of variety only the top-rated ones are listed alongside other action films. C's. Leon the Professional. Leon, the Professional, directed by Luc Besson, follows the unique relationship that develops between a professional killer and a 12-year-old girl, Matilda. After her parents are murdered by a rogue DEA agent, Matilda relies on Leon to survive and eventually be trained as a killer talented enough to exact revenge. The intriguing and often controversial dynamic between the main characters is central to the film, but its action sequences are also notable. Leon and Matilda build an emotional build-up and connection with the audience, building the stakes with each new dangerous encounter they have, appears higher. Gladiator. Inspired by Daniel P. Mannix's 1958 book by Daniel P. Mannix, Gladiator is a blockbuster dramatizing the experiences of Roman general Maximus Decimus Meridius. When the ambitious traitor Commodus murders Maximus' father and family and claims the throne for himself, the protagonist is forced into slavery and becomes a gladiator, fighting through the ranks to exact revenge. Fights between gladiators. The stakes only increase as Maximus faces increasingly experienced opponents, and audiences may find themselves watching the most stressful fights with bated breath. Seven Samurai. An critical samurai movie for beginners, director Akira Kurosawa's Seven Samurai is targeted on a collection of ronin who were employed through the population of a bad village to guard them from bandits. Starting with an older samurai, the seven opponents need to discover a manner to paintings collectively to save you the thieves from stealing the civilians' crops. The influential movie is a genre-defining masterpiece that used modern strategies in each its narrative and technical aspects. Its complex camera work served as a vital step in the usage of a couple of angles to seize the equal movement shot. The film additionally commenced the trope of a collection of heroes coming collectively to perform aim or beat an antagonist, which remains used today. Harakiri. Set in the course of the Edo duration in Japan, Harakiri is a mythical jidaigeki film that follows the ronin Hanshiro Tsugumo. He is going to the nearby feudal lord to request an honorable demise through seppuku, however is ridiculed and wondered due to a current incident regarding a more youthful samurai who desired the equal thing. Directed through Masaki Kobayashi, the movie is remembered for its effective tale complete of twists and turns, which sends a hard-hitting message approximately corruption and honor. Plus, its perfectly choreographed motion sequences are a surprise to observe even today, as lovers can anticipate to look the protagonist skillfully combat towards numerous samurais at once. Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Terminator 2, Judgment Day seamlessly blends sci-fi and action with its gripping storyline centered around AT-800 sent back in time to protect John Connor, the future of the human resistance. Skynet sends out its own Terminator, the shape-shifting T-1000, whose only goal is to kill the young man. A great example of a shocking sequel done right, director James Cameron enhances the graphics, narrative and action scenes of the 1984 blockbuster T-1000. Effects showed for their time. Star Wars Episode V: The Empire Strikes Back. Director Irvin Kershner's continuation of the epic Skywalker saga is set 3 years after the events of the 1977 film. The Empire Strikes Back follows the ongoing struggle between the Galactic Empire, led by Emperor Palpatine, and the Rebel Alliance, led by Princess Leia Organa. Elsewhere in the galaxy, Luke seeks out Jedi Master Yoda in preparation for his inevitable confrontation with Sith Lord Darth Vader. Most fans would agree that the 1980 film is still the best of the original trilogy and had many opportunities for fast-paced action, with its iconic scenes enhanced by the well-written storylines of the characters fans already loved. The Matrix. The Matrix is a film that needs no introduction. Directed by the Wachowskis, the sci-fi action film would launch a blockbuster franchise following Neo's experiences. In the first film, Neo is a humble computer programmer and hacker named Thomas Anderson, who soon learns that reality is not what it seems. The action-packed blockbuster featured imaginative battle scenes that incorporated Neo's newfound knowledge of his surroundings. Screen, not to mention the numerous close encounters Neo and his allies have as they are pursued by agents of simulated reality. Inception, 2010. Often cited alongside the best sci-fi movies of all time, director Christopher Nolan's Inception follows a group of professional thieves led by Dom Cobb. Idea instead of stealing information. Along the way, it becomes apparent that the unexpectedly high level of security in his victim's subconscious and Cobb's own past could jeopardize the mission. Thanks to the unique setup, Nolan spends a lot of time creating amazing fight scenes in someone's subconscious. These action sequences often involve large set pieces that move in complicated ways. The Lord of the Rings: The Return of the King. Based on J. Tolkien's 1955 novel of the same name, director Peter Jackson's The Return of the King masterfully weaves together the key storylines of the first 2 films in the trilogy. The lovable Frodo Baggins is closer than ever to the heart of Mount Doom, while Gandalf and the rest of the party gather their strength to distract Sauron and give the Hobbit a chance. Fans of the trilogy often agree that the last film is the best, offering a satisfying conclusion to viewers' arcs. Development seen over the years. Additionally, the epic depictions of the Battle of the Pelennor Fields and the Battle of the Black Gate showcase the brave characters at their boldest and best. The Dark Knight. Nolan's second installment in the titular trilogy, The Dark Knight, remains one of the best live-action depictions of Batman. The dark and gritty film focuses on Batman's attempts to work with District Attorney Harvey Dent and Police Lieutenant James Gordon to take down organized crime in Gotham. An enigmatic villain named the Joker disastrously complicates their efforts. With its truly terrifying villains and jaded main characters, it's easy to see why the film managed to stand out in the crowded genre. The action scenes are notable for blending the grim morality Batman is known for with the brutality and violence of the film's antagonist.